And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta as Humanity First. In the last one, I realized Japan was in the Eurasian Union, which is what was causing all the problems. So, a couple different ways to potentially deal with that. Can I coup d'etat Japan? No. Fix the population support, maybe? So they're getting like 15 bonus from it. So if we swing the popular support all the way over to us, that would be a 30-point swing. That would be enough to coup d'etat. We're going to do other things in the meantime. That's something we want to do. What I need to do is I need to get them out of the Federation. So coup d'etat or revolution is the way to go about doing that. I think they're reasonably stable. Yeah, so it's going to be coup d'etat to do it.
Lending my expertise.
We've moved the needle.
Their leaders remain in power.
Oh, no luck with increasing the rest there.
Long live the revolution!
That one worked.
The uprising
That one
is
worked.
underway.
They arrived at Mercury. 25 of them. They're doing a bombard mission. Do I gamble by doing them in two ways, or do I just send the whole batch? So gamble if I send them in two ways, right? Is 454 here is going to arrive in 14.5 hours, which is a little slow. Whereas Foxtrot 657 will get there in an hour and a half. We'll send both. It'll be one after the other if the first one fails, effectively. Okay, that's a start. At least we destroyed a bunch. I guess they just decided... Well, actually, it makes a lot of sense if you think about it. They got absolutely wrecked, so they're out. They're... well, not all of them are out. Some of them are out. 7th of March. We're still going to use them. Okay. Needs to say we're going to want to replace the ships. Monitors. Mercury. What's it killing? We're going to reject that and see if the battle station can win in a manual. I suspect the answer might be yes. Because otherwise we lose the Mercury station. This is a little bit of an issue if we do. Plasma battery doing work. Heavy coil gun, heavy plasma, point defensive phaser, and ultraviolet phaser. Yeah. Auto resolve says better. Yeah, not losing my station. Gotta resolve being a derp.
Mission complete.
Here we go. You go back to the station. Station that survived because we did a manual bell. Okay. Things are still going reasonably well. So we're trying to coup here so we can do unification. Coup d'etat here is going to require a lot of open campaigning.
At your service.
It's not your forte, although you're reasonably good for breathe and rest.
We will bring it down.
Yeah, so hopefully we get 100 rest pretty quickly here. Interim assignments, let time pass. Oh, forgetting about spending the influence. I'm confused. Oh, that was the last of
Lending my
the
expertise.
last of funding. So we've maxed funding in the EU. So I can't get any more funding for the EU. Okay. Well, without increasing the EU's GDP. The funding caps associated with the GDP. So it's obviously going to pop in and out of existence here. As GDP rises, slowly in the EU.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
The uprising is underway.
Revolution is coming.
Long live the revolution!
Long live the revolution.
Maximum of 13, comma 156. And we're making pretty close to that apparently. Of course, the capital boom expanded when we add the Eurasian Union to it, although the Eurasian Union is going to bring its own funding to it, right? And then you not actually bring that much. Much cap, I mean. The cap here is 3.9, so it's going to be about another 4K. Most of which is already expended. Next cycle, I think, will be done in Hunan.
Lending my expertise.
The people will come to our side.
The people will be free.
Death to tyrants.
Death to tyrants.
Unable to increase unrest, because I think the unrest is already at the camp.
Power.
Although it didn't natural revolution, so I'll have to do it again. Although I don't need that many people working on raise unrest for doing it again.
Your orders? Making our case.
Reporting in. The government must fall.
Where do you need me?
Ready. Making our case.
Oh no, we're gonna lose control of the future techs, which I really don't care about. They're limited to semi-usable stuff. Okay, so I think we're just gonna hit confirm assignments, let time pass. Soft power, nice quick. Global command structure next. Once we hit 9th of May, I'm gonna see how the ships look with the
Lending
new
my
fusion drive.
expertise.
I was going to replace the Helium-3 mine, then realized that the Helium-3 mine is so far along that I might as well just let it finish instead of replacing it. We can skip number 2. Okay. So, going to our ship design, we have those 2 Titans. Sort by hull. We got the Infernal and the Rogue. Oh, no, we got the Infernal and the Demogorgon. So let's upgrade the Infernal here. So the Infernal here is my plasma-armed one. We're not using that drive, not using that power plant. We're going to use that power plant and that power plant. And yeah, you can already see this is a tier 1 drive versus effectively the end game on the other line. And we have, with one engine, the same speed. We don't have the Delta V, and that's going to be the problem with this early on, is we're not going to have the Delta V that we want to do stuff with. Yeah, for something that we can upgrade later, I think this will work. So we'll save that design. Oh, let's get the example transfers checked as well. So, medium to a low. And then I think we'll do an upgrade on the monitor using this drive. .4 hours, a little slow. 3.3, 2.6, 2. Sub 2 will work. So that is usable. Yeah, we'll make it around 2 hours. 25.5 kps, 8 fuel tanks. I think that'll work. I can also upgrade the radiator, the steel radiator. That actually improves our fuel efficiency and lowers our weight. Because on such a small ship, the radiator actually matters a lot. Yeah, well, that'll work. Vanquisher, Block A, 6A class monitor. I think that'll work. So now, when we want new monitors, we build that monitor. So the old Infernal is obsolete. Demogorgon, we're going to upgrade you. Again, place drive with the new power plant. The engine. And it doesn't have the Delta V yet for interplanetary, although for planetary defense, this is okay, not quick enough with the Titans, but that's also Titan. The other one was taking like days, I feel, to do this sort of burn. This is doing it in 16 hours. This is so much better. So much better. And I could skimp on the armor if we really needed this defensive stuff, but yeah. I'm gonna save that. And then again, I think that can be drive-wise, that should be upgradable. So I can upgrade that to the 6th drive in the line. So despite the fact that is very tempting to build right now. Yeah, let's build those. Assuming we're gonna upgrade them, let's build them. I didn't make it easy to tell which one's which, did I? Okay, so you're the point defense one. So Mars. We'll put 4 of the... Yeah, we'll do 4 and 6. Okay, so we know these do not have enough Delta V to go to Jupiter. On the other hand, we should be able to upgrade the engines on these, and the power plant on these, into ones that will have enough range to go to Jupiter as soon as we develop the technology. So we're basically saving 193 days plus the upgrade or minus the upgrade time by pre-building these effectively, and then we can upgrade them to the new engine once we develop it. Although I need to get up inertial confinement fusion 6 to run the drive I'm thinking of. So it's going to be a while. We probably want to go to 7, so we probably want the power plant for 7.
Public sentiment
the drive,
is increasingly
6.
with us. We've moved the needle.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We've moved the needle.
The people will be free.
Here we go. We got control of the none. Almost done putting China back together. Then we just need to fix China. The AI's had a long time to break China. Now we just need to fix it.
I'm here. Time to make our move.
Anyway, we want a public campaign up in Japan, so we can do a coup in Japan to get it out of the Eurasian Union. Once we get out of the Eurasian Union, we're not too worried if something happens and we lose control of it. As long as it doesn't go to the servants. Or the protectorate.
Lending my expertise.
And yeah, I probably need to reduce the number of armies we have in China. We got too many armies in China.
We are winning their hearts and minds. Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
And we've already had one counselor die of old age. Picking up some more XP for if another one dies would not be a bad idea. Okay, if I'm responding to that, that's big enough that I want to send to everyone. Annoyingly. Oh, they're coming to us anyway. So, we put the fleet together, it's 45 versus 44. Honestly, I think from an auto-resolve standpoint, we're probably going to win. Gauge, auto-resolve. Yeah. Although that's a big heavy fight, that's 45 ships, so that's not a trivial fight. That would have been an absolute pain to fight manually, though. $20 exotics, not bad.
Policy direction complete.
Put China back together. There we go. You know, we're losing control of the globals, but that's fine. They're in repeatables at this point, so we're pushing them along because all the repeatables are to some degree useful. But I don't really care which order they do them in at the moment. Oh, you or Admin go up to 25. You're probably not a good choice for putting... Oh. Did I have... I may have had Formosa Industries on you. I think I had Formosa Industries on you. Okay. I was about to say, you're probably not a good target for a mega solution, because we don't want to send you outward, but I just realized why we were not at admin cap on you. You're basically saving up for wealthy. Oh, you're persuasion capped already, so it's investigate or science. Okay.
Ready for my mission.
Well, that's a little unstable. Go try to stabilize the Caliphate a bit.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
I think someone's been poking it, which is why it's... Oh, no, actually, that's around about the rest value. Gotta do some stuff to improve the stability there. The problem with being fully democratic is armies don't stabilize you. For some reason. You can't just scare people into compliance with armies if you're a democracy.
Ready to go.
I would like a little bit better than a 20%. Yeah, a public campaign. It's a little bit longer. Although we might be at the point where it makes sense to purge. Instead. Yeah, we're looking at 76s for purge.
Removing our enemies.
At your service. Removing our enemies.
Ready for orders. We're taking power.
Okay, that'll be expensive. That goes 3 of the 4 points right away. And then we take the last one in the next cycle. And at which point we can probably pull them out. Not sure if I need executive control to leave the Union. Misclicked one of them and didn't take. Oh, merge all, merge. There we go.
Lending my expertise.
Mass training program. So if we need another counselor, we get more XP on them. Oh, I can take the +3 to coup. That'll... I think that ship's kind of sailed because I'm not going for the coup at this point. But
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Although I suppose I could go for the self-coup. That would be one way out of that.
Our associates were unable to take control.
No luck.
Our people have
That
taken
one was
control.
successful.
Our associates are now in charge.
Okay. Back around to us.
Acknowledged. We're taking power.
At your service. We are taking power.
And just
Reporting
brute
in.
force. We're here. We're taking over Japan. That apparently just works.
Targeting the
There we go.
opposition.
We're spending influence instead of doing it the proper preparation way, but sometimes saving council actions is more valuable than my influence.
Lending my expertise.
Order is returning.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Three in the coup, so we can always attempt to do a self-coup later. No, let's get the deal and sabotage projects defense.
We've removed some threats.
Okay, we're back in control in the African Union. Good to know.
We are in control here.
Working down on the hostile claims. We haven't got rid of all of them yet.
Cleaning things up.
Okay, we have control
Our
of
people have
executive
taken
and control of
control.
them all. There we go.
I'm here.
Self-coup, we're looking at a 29% chance. We'd like it to be a little bit better than that. That's democracy getting in the way of coup d'etat there, I suppose. In the meantime, we could do set national policy.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. On my way to the
Get out
capital.
of the war. And then we're just patient. When we get executive control in 130 days, we can take it out.
Ready for my mission. Heading to the LZ.
Standing by for orders. Restoring order.
Where to? We're going in.
Okay, that's the next power plan. Good to know. Firms now, let's let time pass.
Lending my expertise.
And obviously, the more territory we control, the more funding we get.
Violence is abating. We've moved the needle.
Antimatter harvester into antimatter farm.
Mission complete.
Seek peace. With one of those wars, hopefully. Did that actually end the whole war? No. It's, apparently we're at war with Cameroon for two different reasons.
By the numbers.
Target secured.
Your orders? Going in hot.
Acknowledged. Going in hot.
At your service. Heading to the capital.
Set that national policy. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the point where we're going to start doing what we did to our most XP bonused person on other people as well, where we just start signing stat points so we can take org off of people. Make space for mining and such. Again, we're waiting for the power plant drive. Tier 4. So again, this is a skippable. I don't need 3. We're gonna try to go from 1 to 6.
Lending my expertise.
So specifically, I need the power plant. Need to get to power plant 7 ideally, but we need 6 to research the drive 6 in that line. So technically, we didn't leave a slot for it, but if we did, we could have put the hydrogen trap on it for more fuel efficiency. We'll research that in case we decide to redesign the ship. With that in mind. Warming officially reaches 2.5 C. New warming threshold. We were trying to keep it below that, but we did what we could. Human-induced warming has now reached 2.5 C above pre-industrial levels. We can do a last, which is... or we can pay a bunch to get public opinion boost. We can pay a bunch to get public opinion boost. I think it's the way to go.
Things are cooling off.
Except for the planet, apparently. Planet's still getting
their
hotter.
hearts and minds.
Policy direction complete.
Okay, the war should now be over in Japan.
The LZ is secure.
I don't think we need to pick up Foundry in this run, or don't need to build it at least. It's not like when I was doing the initiative where we needed tier 3 bases over. We just have to deny tier 3 bases.
Acknowledged.
Where to? Making our case.
Where do you need me?
Reporting in.
To be fair, I could stop expanding on Earth with
Standing by for orders.
how things look at the moment, but the more I take, the less the aliens have easy footholds. Is the one I'm
Heading
thinking.
to the LZ.
Standing by for orders. Time to make our move.
Gonna reduce the Chinese armies by a little bit. Because again, we're sitting at a resting unrest level of negative 4.5, 4.6-ish. You know, we'd like that to probably be more like 0. So if we reduce the number of armies, that gives us, again, more development points to work with.
Lending my expertise.
Oh, I'm at the annual cap. I'm like, why is it not letting me put any funding in? Spending any influence, because I'm at the cap, that's why. There's a cap, I hit the cap. I think we hit the funding cap here. Yeah, we hit the funding cap. As much as the Caliphate at that size can do. Yeah, that's what we've been looking for.
Order is returning. The people will come to our side.
Mission complete.
Disband an army, disband one of the ones without a navy. You can continue.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed.
I'm gonna turn down the aggressiveness, which I'm running the Unity in China a bit. Focus on trying to improve that inequality. And again, we're waiting for executive control here, which is 63 days, so as long as we got stuff to
Standing
do,
by
let's
for
do
orders.
that stuff. Oops. Click on you, scroll to the top.
Gear up.
I'm here.
Assault alien assets, for example, goes from, well, most of them go from easiest to hard. But usually the targets you want to hit on the assault alien assets are the hard ones.
Taking it to them.
So you end up clicking on it and scroll all the way to the top.
Lending my expertise.
Okay, they're back. What are they doing?
Things are cooling off. Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Going home. Showed up, said hi, went home. Okay.
Policy direction complete.
Disbanded army. Again, disband one of the armies that doesn't have a navy. And again, this is boosting basically the development points for China to spend by having them not spend it on the army, basically. And as long as our resting unrest stays below 0, that's probably what we want to do. So we're definitely looking good on water, looking good on volatiles, looking good on metal. Could do better in nobles, but it's no easy sources of nobles at the moment.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Okay, helps with improving sustainability in the Caliphate.
What's the op?
3 more known alien structures to attack.
We're going in.
What's the up? Going in hot.
Okay, let's confirm assignments, let some time pass. Here's loyalty training complete. Yeah, let's work on this. It's gonna take a while. There's also not a rush to get done anytime soon.
Lending my expertise.
Violence is abating. We're winning their hearts and minds.
Mission complete.
Disbanded on the army. We got 2 more without navies. We'll go and disband both of them. Although we can only do 1 at a time.
Target secure.
There's our Titans. Titans be launching.
Target destroyed.
Are we there yet with executive control? No, not 18 days.
At your service. We're going in.
Where do you need me? We'll make our appeal.
Quick resupply. And there we go. We got a batch of Titans. It might actually have the capacity to transit out to Jupiter, but I think not. It's just a little slow. Oh, well, it would make it. It'd be a bit slow. 90 weeks. Just under 90 weeks. I think we're better off waiting until we get the better drive. I think we'll get the better drive in 90 weeks and make it there faster. Yeah, we got the fleet built. We're working towards the reactor 4. I think drive 6 is when we're going to do the upgrade. So it's 2 more reactors after that.
Lending my expertise.
Things are cooling off.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We've moved the needle.
Longer hostile. Good to know. There's still hostile regions. Mitigated by high government score? 0.8 totalitarian is considered high government score to you? Okay. Apparently. $1.27, okay. Getting closer. Not at the point where we've got all the hostile claims gone, so we're going to still continue investing in government unity pretty heavily.
Policy direction complete.
Disband the last arm that doesn't have a navy.
By the numbers.
It's probably enough time now.
Standing by.
Ready. On my way to the capital.
Yep, so we can now leave the Federation. Once we've done that, we can turn around, have them join this Federation. Your EU Federation.
Ready. We must persuade the people.
She says you must persuade the people, but at the same time, she's not very good at persuading people. Struggles. Real sometimes. Science? And you're saving to pick up Wealthy, although Wealthy's probably not worth saving it for if you didn't run out of everything else to pick up.
Lending my expertise.
Order is returning.
We've moved the needle.
The people will come to our side.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Another region decolonized in China. That'll help with Chinese GDP growth.
Mission complete.
Now, Federation with the Eurasian Union is an option. Take the public opinion boost around the world. Okay, I'm gonna let this episode run a little bit long, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these two federated. Not gonna run them so long. Gonna run the episode so long when we get
Standing by.
unified, but start the federation.
Heading to the capital.
Your orders?
Ready to go. Terminating the opposition.
Ready for my mission. Going after their people.
Okay. So this will be getting that Federation. And then again, getting those two merged is going to, in theory, make us a lot more defensive. National Confinement Fusion's done. We're going to wait until the next one gets discovered.
Lending my expertise.
And then I think I'll also take a look to see if we managed to stop climate change. Not necessarily reverse it. We're still a long way off from reversing it. But antimatter farm. Work on the exotic armor.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us. We have hurt them where it hurts.
Yeah, as we take over more of the world, we're getting more and more clients. So that's good to see.
Policy direction complete.
Unification, Armenia.
Policy direction complete.
Federate with the Eurasian Union. So, on the 20th of July, decent way out, we'll be able to merge them into one nation. Now, you very rarely use exotic armor. You usually use the hybrid armor. Although we don't have that yet. Exotic is the prerequisite to it, after all. I should probably do the advanced laser engine. Makes sense. Of course, adding Armenia has made us make some pollution again in the EU. Easy enough to fix. Cameroon has become the new alien administration. We'll have to deal with that before we win, but honestly, the Resistance will probably deal with it for us.
We're in control here.
Healing Nova Fusion Torch. We can probably ignore that one. The only one you have to do to get to the last one is the 6th one. Of the 7 in that line, so you get to do a bunch of skipping. Most of the other drive lines, fusion drive lines, you don't get to skip so much.
Standing by. Targeting the opposition.
I'm here. Targeting their center of power.
Ready for my mission. I will try to sway the public.
What's the op?
Something like that. Suppose we put you back on stabilizing in the Caliphate. Just so we've got
We'll
an
make
idea for
things
what
safe.
you're useful for. We load up next time. So yeah. Due to not realizing that Japan was in the Eurasian Union, the merger of the two EUs has been delayed, although when the time comes, this will be nice to get these guys merged. It'll mean we'll have a lot less to defend. And as you can see, we've reached the point where the European Union is actually bouncing up against its funding cap. So, adding the people to the Eurasian Union to it will let us to have a bit more funding camp, let us help improve that a little bit faster. We can get more mission control though there, that's the thing. And then, yeah, more people means the environment factor is quicker. And we can boost the economy. Boosting the economy on more people is usually better. Even if the effect per person is smaller. And then hopefully we'll start having the funding that we can start spending that elsewhere. Obviously first to improve climate change in the kill fight and work our way out. As far as global status quo, yeah, we haven't managed to stop global climate change yet. We're still about 1.5 parts per million up year over year. Although I think at the beginning of the stream we were 3 parts up, so we've halved the rate that it's getting worse. And I could imagine that could be improved going forward. Which buys us more time, allows us to improve places like the African Union better. I thought global temperature anomaly had hit 2.5. I thought we had the event for 2.5. Oh, we've got, something's caused stratospheric aerosols. I haven't been paying attention. Maybe someone... I don't think anyone launched a nuke, but maybe someone did. Or hit a volcanic eruption or something. So, we're temporarily lower than we peak at the moment because of the atmospheric aerosols there. But yeah, otherwise I think this does just about sum up to 2.5. So we'd like to keep it under, like to get back under 2.5 would be nice. You can see antimatter is quite valuable, sells for 7.5k. Exotics are also really valuable, but the exotics are harder to come by. Io. Is Io Jupiter? Yeah. So we'd like to get into the Jupiter system so we can mine that glorious nobles on Io. We'd like to take over Io.
Ready for my mission.
We're almost there. The first couple times, because I was trying not to devolve back into laser plasma. We've devolved back to laser plasma is what's going to happen here. But yeah, we're halfway to the next fleet being under construction. As soon as we get inertial confinement 6's drive, I think we're going to be outbound again. Is where we're at. So yeah, things are going well. We do actually have our victory objectives. We got to get the aliens back off of Earth. They got two regions, easy enough to fix. Got to drive the servants in the Protectorate out of Earth orbit and the Moon. The asteroid belts. Usually I go to Jupiter before I deal with the asteroid belts. There's only one base in the asteroid belts. We got Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and their home place in the outer Oort cloud. And they only got 2 fleets that are over 4K. The home garrison one and the one at Io. So yeah, we're working, progressing towards victory. I suppose when we take a look at how big our fleets are, we got to cut a glimpse at their fleets. Remember where the button is. It's been a while since looked at it. This tab, yeah. So our fleets totally sum up to 4.7, 4.8. Remember, that was like the minimum if you put all the fleets together that the aliens needed to stop us from winning. So the aliens are presumably going to be quite bigger than that, and they are. So they only got 2 fleets that are over 4K, but if they put everything together, they've got everything together and divide up to maximally prevent us. They've technically got 11 fleets worth. So it will be a little bit of a march once we get going. But the big scary fleets are 76 ships and 88 ships. If anything else, they're starting to run a little low on ships, because all the other ones are smatterings of 1s, 2s, 3s. They had that 30. That's on its way back. So if anything, they're a bit spread out for their own good. Yeah, and all the human factions, obviously, we're the biggest at this point, undeniably so. Although resistance is pretty big. And then factions, we don't see their counselors. You can see what their resources are. The resistance is control point capped. They can't really expand on Earth very much. And obviously we're not capped and are bigger than everyone else, so everyone's kind of picking on us at this point. Overcap on mission control. I think we're winning. I think we're winning. It's just the process of defeating the aliens at this point is where we're at. So with that, we're going to go ahead and bring this part and this recording stream to a close. If you're watching on YouTube, there likely will be a part up tomorrow, assuming everything is going according to plan. If you're watching on Twitch, let me go over the schedule for the next couple days. If you're watching this on YouTube, this would have been the schedule that was recorded over the last couple. So if you can't wait till it gets posted to YouTube, you can always feel free to hop over to Twitch and watch the VODs, which stay over 14 days. Today was Terra Invicta. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing Darkest Dungeon, sort of doing the training montage to get people back up to do an attempt at Darkest Dungeon Part 3. Friday is going to be Songs of Six as we continue that multicultural city. Saturday is going to be Planet Crafter. I think we might be getting close to the point where we might be done with Prime in Planet Crafter. And then we'll be back to Terra Invicta here on Sunday. Hopefully we'll be getting a little bit more aggressive. I've been very static here just because we haven't been doing the best at orbit defense. Partially because the old drives in hindsight were really good for attacking, not really good for defense. And then we were running kinetics, and you gotta get so many ships to make kinetics work. Yeah, you're gonna get so many ships to get kinetics to work. And I tend to run bigger, bulkier, more resilient ships. It's probably the best way to describe it. So I'm probably playing the wrong way to make kinetics work, is why kinetics don't work for me. I have experience making laser plasma work, so the laser plasma will work. Laser plasma is also pretty good for punching up when you're outnumbered, because they can't stop you from hitting them with their laser and plasma. Kinetics, if you're outnumbered and they've got enough point defense, you do nothing. It's a sad day when that happens. It's a very sad day. But that's why we're swapping over to laser plasma titans, because at least we can finish the game that way. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to comment, responded to while the stream is live, now is probably the last opportunity to leave a comment. If you're watching later on the Twitch VOD or watching later on YouTube, feel free to leave comments over on YouTube. YouTube handles asynchronous commenting fairly well. And I do try to respond to all the comments over there. So until next time, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.